ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and move on to the final topic of the day. The most sensitive topic of the day. We got a new trailer, and you know, a lot of people have some feelings about it. You know what I'm saying? The Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer dropped yesterday. So let's go ahead and check it out, but let's watch it on IMAX. Wow, you guys look so excited, you know. But let's go ahead and play this thing and break it down.
No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. Little darling, don't shed no tear. No woman, no cry. Good friends we have and good friends we've lost along the way. In this great future, you can't forget your past. So dry your tears, I say. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. The trailer is dropped. Larry, tell us how you feeling about this, man.
Like you want to put me out there first? Huh?
Yes.
I am not excited for this. I am not. I have issues with it, partly because of the, you know how I feel about certain things. I understand that everything that's out there, all the imagery, all the messages they put out there, everything has its political tone. Some of them are subtle, some of them are direct. I get really, really annoyed sometimes when it comes with when they make movies with this female empowerment thing, and they just often leave the men out. Like when they came with Black Panther, you can shake it out if you want to, but when they came with Black Panther, it was very inclusive. Yes, we had this strong Black male lead character in T'Challa and Black Panther. We had M'Baku, but they also included the women in that. They made sure that we had Shuri, that was like the genius. We had what's her name from the Dora Milaje, that was right there, had his back all the time. We had Nakia, that was the spy. I didn't see but a half a second of M'Baku. Where were the damn men at? Come on, man. I'm tired of us getting disrespected. I'm tired of us black men getting left out. I want black women to thrive, but why can't we thrive together? Why can we not thrive together? I'll tell you right now, watching this trailer, and B, I know you put me first because I put it in our chat offline. This actually made me angry because I was like, it feels like when black men put something out, we make sure to bring in our sisters with us. And I don't feel like that's always reciprocated with us. I feel like sometimes it's like we get the girl power thing, the women power, and I feel like we are left out. And that just annoys me to no end. And I want us all to thrive together. And I don't see why we can't do that.
I love
Actually, I was writing down the orders. I was trying to split it apart. And I think you just happened to be, it was your turn to be first. But I got it's written down. But bruh, look at the chat. You got Myra agrees with you, Jaren 215. A few people agree. I do not. I do not. You got some people in the chat that they're rocking with you, Larry, but man, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I mean, I'm not saying like your argument is not wrong in other situations, but when it comes to this
here either.
When it comes to this trailer, I'm like, who else? Just like OneTakeBigDog said in the chat, who else are they supposed to promote other than M'Baku? I mean, like Shuri is a main character, so is Nakia, so is Queen Ramona or Ramonda. I forgot her name exactly. So I just don't see that, bro. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, your feelings. I just feel a different way about it. I'll comment some more, but I want to come to Tyra right now, man. How are you feeling about the trailer? You love it, you hate it, you somewhere in the middle? Let us know.
I will let me.
Oh damn. Oh damn.
Yes, Larry. As soon as I watched that trailer,
I thought you was
was
trolling.
like, this looks like Woman King. Like, what is going on? It looked exactly like the trailer we got for Woman King. And I literally said the same thing. I was like, where are the men? And I was like, if this is gonna be one of those moments where we aren't really honoring T'Challa and we're not making it inclusive, and this is just supposed to I am woman, hear me war. And since he's gone, they're gonna make this a whole woman situation. I'm not totally feeling that because I don't like that. I feel like it's pandering and it's that, you know, let's appease to this certain demographic to get, you know, those women or whatever in the like I'm not here for that. I really like the like Larry said, the inclusivity of the first film and everybody being there, and I expected more. I expected more, and not even just with it being Woman King Part 2. It's not even like I'm not even hyped. Like the trailer doesn't like make me just go, oh my god, I can't wait to see that. Like when the first Black, and I know it's a lot to live up to for the first film, but we were so excited. Like people came out in droves. Everybody had on their African dashikis and whatnot going to the movies. Everybody was so excited. I don't get this from this film. Like it's just like, oh, okay. I mean, I'll go watch it and support it, but I would love to be excited. And I'm not falling in love from the trailer. I literally said, where are the men? Like, did something happen? It just looked like Woman King to me, so I couldn't get into it right away. I 100% agree with Larry.
I just knew I was about to catch hell.
No. Hold on. I think I got a super chat. Do I got a super chat here? I do from Jojo 199. Larry preaching truth, not opinions, Brandon. Hey, thank you for the super chat, but I disagree with you, Jojo. I disagree. Elliot, man, come on, bro. Let's fuse until Gogeta on this and whoop their ass. Vegeta, whichever character you want, bro. I thought the trailer was beautiful. But how did you feel about this, man? I'm curious.
Yeah, no, I mean, no, I hear what Larry and Tyra is saying, the people in the chat. That wasn't where my mind went immediately. I kind of, you know, a couple things in the trailer. First and foremost, as far as the trailer, trying to separate the big thing as far as T'Challa and everything. But the trailer, I think, is to Tyra to kind of combat her. I think it's a good, well-made trailer. I'm someone that appreciates a well-made trailer because to me, trailers are always supposed to be a form of art. It's a mini movie within a movie, and it kind of it conveys from a production standpoint natural lighting, built sets, not this whole CGI nonsense as we've been getting for the last couple of years. And the article came out with the visual effects team saying these expectations from Marvel and visual effects. So I love that, we talked about Eternals, and Chloe, what she did was she brought the realism to the story, and we see the beautiful lighting, and again, it looks great. I love soundtracks and score. Bob Marley mixing it in with Kendrick Lamar, who I hope he's coming back for the soundtrack, because that soundtrack is fire. And listen, you hire Angela Bassett to give you this level of acting. And it gives me chills every time I hear her, when she's talking about, I lost everything, my family, and you still want more, which I'm assuming she might be referring to the blip, losing T'Challa, losing Shuri and all that. I felt that, and the acting, I feel like she's going to be definitely kind of someone that's going to have more to do versus less to do in the first one, especially if you guys saw What If. She's a former Dora Milaje, so she can handle some business. So I'm really excited to see her get more to do. Namor's looking pretty cool. I love this kind of origin within the trailer. Again, a trailer is a small movie. We see him from his birth to his kids, seeing his village being burned down, to him being the king, being this ruler, and we'll see how the ramifications shake out or why he wants to take down Wakanda and all that. Very intrigued to see. We talk about villains. Very excited to see how he's the hero in his story. He's looking out for his people. So I'm very excited to see what they do with that. And again, from comic book fans, depending on which comics you read, he is the first mutant in the comics versus him and, Apocalypse or whatnot. So I'm very intrigued to see what they do with that element. But then I can't help but to think about T'Challa. And, Eman, shout out to Eman. I know he's been on the channel quite a few times. And
where is Eman?
He's fighting a good fight, man. He's out there letting people know to recast T'Challa. And he says it in a much more eloquent way and breaks it down and all that. But at the end of the day, man, we just got done. I know Tyra's favorite movie of the year is Nope. And one of the subplots and metaphors and allegories in this film, especially with Jupe's storyline, was monetizing trauma, exploiting trauma. And the fact that we see a mural of T'Challa, this is, I think, the fourth time he's died in his own first movie. He died in Infinity War. He died in What If, and now we're going to see him die again. So I feel, in my heart of hearts, I really do look for the good in Ryan Coogler. He's a brilliant director, genius writer. He's 3 for 3 in my eyes. I feel like he has integrity. I feel like Angela Bassett, Wilson Duke, Lupita Nyong'o. I feel like, all this cast, the heart and the passion's there. And I feel like in my heart of hearts that they wouldn't do this to make a dollar. They wouldn't exploit this incredible rest in peace Chadwick Boseman. They wouldn't exploit this situation. But when you have scenes like this, they're reliving this trauma. They're showing us him die yet again in the MCU for the fourth time. It just makes me feel a certain way. So again, I'm really hopeful that Ryan has a story to tell, because they did have, Ryan Coogler and Nate Moore. They have said that they're not recasting T'Challa. I think you could switch that up. You can make business decisions one day and change it up once the emotions cool down, because it was a very emotional type of decision, in my opinion, that Ryan Coogler made. So
he's not the rightful ruler of Wakanda anyway. So just bring the rightful ruler of Wakanda back.
We know how you feel about Killmonger. I know, man. But look, I'm really torn with this because, again, I just don't feel right about the way that they're implementing a real life situation into a fictional story. T'Challa is a character. Chadwick Boseman is the man that we lost, unfortunately, but it doesn't mean you have to kill this character that has so many more stories of being a king, being an Avenger, his relationships with Storm, and it's just so much more story to be told. And I don't want the story to be given to another character or create a new character. We need T'Challa in the MCU, and it doesn't take anything away from other stories, other characters. It needs to be recasted. So looks beautiful. I'm excited for it, but it's just painful to see that, man, in the trailer.
Yeah. Kim, how you feeling?
Well, first off, Larry,
she's been waiting. I've seen her over there. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh, I was just waiting. She was eyeing me. I was like, "Oh, she's about to let me have it."
I agree with you. I do agree with you, actually. Partially agree with you on this. I don't want to see the strong Black king sidelined at all. And not only don't want to see that, I really don't think that was their intention going in, because of losing Chadwick Boseman. we all have to remember this script, this trailer that we're seeing. This is all like after Chadwick. So this wasn't like they finished a movie and then had to scrap it and then had this. This is all, what do we do? Oh my gosh, we lost this hero, we lost this lead. So it's almost like they have to fall into that storyline. So I think if it does go that route, which I hope it doesn't, I don't believe it was intentionally malicious. Like, we don't need no strong black men in here. No, I think it was like, we had that, but also Wakabi. You know, Daniel Kaluuya had a scheduling conflict and chose to do Nope instead of Black Panther 2, which I'm sure was a really tough decision. So, you know, he could have come back as well, but he didn't because of the scheduling. And so there's a lot of swords going in here, and I'm not even about to say what they better not do. They were put in an impossible situation. They were put in the middle and the beginning of their trilogy, and then your star passes away unexpectedly. Like, just the grief of having to come to set every day. Like I've worked on movie sets, and you do become a family. You're working 12 to 16-hour days. You're working a really long day, a really long time. These people become your family. When you're emotionally tired, you and the director aren't getting along, and the special effects, this thing is cold, this thing is heavy, this makeup is uncomfortable. You're relying on your coworkers. So these people love each other, and they lost a brother. And so I can't imagine what it's like. So whatever comes out of this, it's going to be the best everyone could have done, from the new young lady that's playing Ironheart to the director. Everyone's doing their best. I'm really excited to see Ironheart in here. I love her look. I love the dab that she gave Shuri in the office there. Judging from, I was looking at the hips on that Black Panther and the backside, and I was like, that's a woman. Them's birthing hips. Like, that's, whoever that is under that mask, it's a woman. You can't hide that shape. But I'm really excited. I was bawling the first time I saw this. This is like the 5th time I've watched the trailer, but so emotional. But I want to say one more thing. I'm really excited for our Latino brothers and sisters that get some representation in here for the Mayan culture. I'm really excited for the MCU to really put them on display and really put other people on to their culture and the beauty that their culture has to offer. So.
Right on. Let me grab a super chat real quick. Jojo 499, Larry, let's team up and go Gogeta on Brandon and blast his hair with Kamehameha Cone Blast. Somewhere in there, Brandon knows this movie will flop. Man, that's probably one of the best super chats I ever gotten since I've been doing this. That's hilarious. He said, Kamehameha blast to my hair. I gotta do this.
Money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside.
Thank you, Jojo, for that super chat. I appreciate that. Yeah, let me do this right here. Look, I thought the trailer was dope. Actually, I thought it was a really good trailer put together, and my emotions have been all over the place in the past 24 hours. Initially, I was like, okay, this is a nice trailer, but then it took the wind out of me. I didn't feel like I was supposed to be working on this show starting last night, but I didn't feel like it. I was supposed to be, doing P Valley with Tyra, but I didn't feel like watching the show. Because I was pissed off that they look like we're having a burial scene with T'Challa in this. Now, like Elliot has talked about in great length, the line from Angela Bassett. I've given so much, I've lost everything, I lost my whole family. I am praying that she is referring to this, or this is taking place during the blip. That's how they're moralizing T'Challa, that we lost our king. That we know that they lied to us all the time. They lied to us about Spider-Man when they were home. This is not included. This is not included. That's not included. Because if you look at the synopsis, the official synopsis for the film, this is on Collider, and Marvel Studios. Oh, that's the wrong thing. And Marvel Studios, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Queen Ramonda, Shuri, M'Baku, and Okoye and the Dora Milaje fight to protect the nation from intervening world powers in the wake of King T'Challa's death. I'm hopefully that's just doing the blip. But we'll see. What's up?
So here's the thing, right? Like, obviously, none of us have seen this, but just from what we're gathering from the trailer, we know that the next Black Panther is going to be a woman, whether it's Shuri or somebody else. Now, can we really believe that M'Baku, who hates all the technology, who despises it, who feels like Shuri and all of her creations and that family and all their technological advancements has drawn down, has taken Wakanda to a place that he doesn't feel it believes. So are we supposed to believe that he's not coming down off his mountain to fight for the mantle? And are we supposed to believe that M'Baku is not going to whoop anybody's who's left?
We'll see. We'll see.
Who said that wouldn't happen? Who said that wouldn't happen after they defeat Namor's crew? Who said the last scene
they shouldn't have a Black Panther. They shouldn't have a female Black Panther in this movie if that's the case, because they should have gone ahead and had the challenge for the mantle, because Black Panther's dead. They should have brought it in, had the challenge, and M'Baku would have came down, whooped whoever was left. And he would be the new Black Panther, but we know that's not happening, at least in this part in the movie so far in this movie. So to me that seems a little bit unrealistic that that part would not happen.
To echo you, Larry, I'm biting off of Elliot too, because I agree. You're really going to have to sell me that if the leaks are correct about the rest of the synopsis that Shuri supposedly beats Namor, you're going to really have to sell me on that. I am not buying right now that Shuri can whoop Namor. You know, not alone Black Panther, T'Challa has a hard enough time beating him. You know, so his little sister that's just a bit inexperienced. And what sound effects was she making in the last one, Elliot? That was right.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I
she looked like she had those green Hulk boxing things that the kids had. That's what they look like on her.
And real quick, you have been blessing me so much. Where are you at? Ashura with these cash apps. $2. Marvel and Nate more lied about not using Chad. Interesting. Thank you for that. Red Hulk is going to be recasted. Quick decision. That's true too. Thunderbolt Ross did pass away. And also Shuri is not the fighter in the comics. Again, thank you so much for those 3 super chats. I do appreciate it. So yeah, Larry, good point about M'Baku. I didn't think about that. They're gonna have to sell me on that on Shuri. Who is having the baby at the beginning? Is that Namor's baby?
The origin story. I think that's a part of his little origin story montage. I'm sure there'll be a 5-minute origin story, because that was, you know, his people can breathe underwater and stuff. That's why that wasn't your typical tub birth. That was
okay.
Yeah,
Here we are. At first, I kind of said, "Is that a Black woman?" I just couldn't tell. You know, so okay, because it was speculation that they was gonna have like a baby T'Challa and T'Challa. Oh damn, let me get that. T'Challa had a baby with Nakia. But hold on, let's see here. Man, hold on. What we gonna do with this
coming
right
through
here? Jeez,
JoJo.
Louise, what we doing?
What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside. Yes! Yes! Damn! Keep it gangsta, y'all, keep it gangsta.
JoJo, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, man. $100, cuz that's crazy.
Oh, man.
Wait, just realized your birthday was this week. I know it's not much. How's this not? I know it's not much. Yes, it is. But you have been a great addition to the YouTube video review. Thank you so much. And I hope YouTube leave enough for you to get a dinner on me. Thank you, man. I'm getting something to eat right after this 30th birthday. That means the world to me. Happy birthday. And I pray you have many more, bro. Me too, man. Thank you. And this is sometimes this can be tiring, man, but this is very exciting. I got 419 people in the chat. I probably average 150 or something. So this just means the world to me. If y'all can keep coming back in this capacity, this volume each week, that would just make my day, because I'm really trying to hit 50K by the end of the year. That's my goal, and I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna hit it. I'm speaking it to an existence. It's going to happen. And so thank you, Joe. I do appreciate it. And Elliot and Tyra and Kim, you right there behind me too. And so I think I got another one here. as well from David Atkinson. I think Larry is fear mongering and projecting. I hope they leave it open and T'Challa is recast later. I'm gonna give you a chance to respond, Larry, but I'm gonna say something first. I'm not mad if Coogler couldn't bring himself to write in T'Challa soon after Chadwick's passing. I do agree with that. Nice sympathetic comment, David. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. I forgot what I was gonna say. So Larry, go ahead.
I mean, I'm not fear mongering. I don't know what I'm projecting, but I just, there's so many other things they could have done. There's so many other directions they could have gone. And I know people always say, well, what were they supposed to do? I'll tell you what they were supposed to do. Write. That's what you're supposed to do. They're professional writers. They are professional storytellers. So write and tell the story and make it good. People keep saying you can't do this, you can't do that. No, you take pen to paper. You could do whatever you want to do. Right. You can tell whatever story you wanted to. They may tell you, look, here are the confines of the MCU and what we're doing. Now, there's your box. Do what you want to do inside of it. And they could have done whatever they could have brought back Killmonger because we know he's not dead. We know in the comics that him and T'Challa fought for years and years and years. So they could have brought him back. They could have had a scene. They could have had a challenge where you had Killmonger and M'Baku fighting for the mantle. That would have been fantastic to see that. I mean, there's so much they could have done that they just chose not to. And it's just And I don't want to get on too much because I don't want people thinking I'm being anti-woman or anything. But we know how Hollywood is. We know how politics are. People get on these kicks where everything is like pro-woman, pro-gay, pro-black, pro-whatever, and they all jump into and everybody's all on it in that moment. And as soon as Chadwick died, all I kept hearing online was Shuri should be the next Black Panther. Shuri should be this. The next Black Panther should be a woman. They had no regard for all the deep stories that T'Challa had in the comics and through Wakanda. They had no regard for the fact that the MCU and Feige and everybody else have been writing female characters into the MCU, and they want to just say, well, there's your one really strong Black character, and we're getting rid of him. We're getting rid of your super-powered Black dude. We're getting rid of him. Because we have Sam Wilson. Sam Wilson isn't super-powered. He's a regular old dude who who basically replaced a white dude. I mean, people can say what they want to say, but I'm gonna feel the way I want to feel about this. I think they're doing it wrong. I love the fact that they have all kinds of strong Black women in Wakanda. And I want to be able to have the same for us Black men. I want us to work together and not separately.
Shout out to Larry. I appreciate that, man. What I was going to say is one thing that is really concerning to me in the trailer is when they do show the mural of T'Challa right here. This scares me thinking like they won't recast it because if you're showing his face, it's going to be kind of hard to recast it moving forward. Multiverse. However, I still think that they can do it. You know why? Because there was a little show called What If? And in the last episode, what happened? They brought over a Black Widow from another universe and to this one. And so I feel like they can do the exact same thing there. And Elliot, bro, I was listening to your live. I didn't even think about this, man. The point you made up talking about this is Agent Ross got shot in the back and they just put a little pebble in him and he was finna be paralyzed. He's able to walk now. You have a universe full of magicians and sorcerer supremes. This is the most technologically advanced nation on the planet, but Chadwick gonna die from a illness. I'd rather him die in an explosion or something. That would make more sense. Yeah. And so hopefully that we don't get any crap writing like that. But with the time variance and the multiverse, and we're in the multiverse saga right now, I am okay with this. So spoilers for Thor: Love and Thunder. You remember how pissed off I was when I thought that they killed Zeus in the middle of the movie, but then at the end they saved it in the post-credit scene. I feel like they should do that with Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Yes, go ahead and kill T'Challa in this movie. I mean, I don't want it to happen, but go ahead and do it. Let us let us, show our respects in the movie and all of that, and we mourn him, all that good stuff. Show him a respect. But in somewhere in the post-credit scene, they leave it open to where T'Challa can still be recast, and it still makes logical sense as far as the plot because of the multiverse, because of magic, because of whatever. Like Larry just said, right? Y'all get paid thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars to come up with this stuff, put the pen to the paper, and I think that makes sense. I mean, if y'all want to punch some holes in that, let me know. But I'm pretty confident on that. How y'all feeling?
Do you think they're going to bring a T'Challa from another universe?
We had two Wandas.
Is that kind of what you're hoping would happen?
Yeah. Have you seen the last episode of What If on Disney Plus? Yeah, just like they did Black Widow. They should do a T'Challa just like that, and it makes perfect narrative sense. It's there in the story. So
what if Ryan Coogler was pretty solid that we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Well, he can step. He don't got to direct it no more. We can get somebody else to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love you, Ryan, but I mean, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at Ryan for feeling the way. If he's not up to the task, if he's not able to do it, that's fine. I have no quarrels with that at all. We'll just get somebody else that has the stomach to do it. Now, the only time you can't do it is if like the whole cast is like, I cannot be in this production anymore if we're going to recast, and you don't want to recast the movie cast. But I
do, if that's what it takes. It's a business. It's a business. If you have to, if they don't want to work, then there's a whole lot of hungry people out there that will put them to work.
I just think that's too drawing. Tyra, you got any feelings on this? I
don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to use this movie to put their foot on everybody's neck with the female to chat the whole. Like, I think they're going to boast it up, and we're going to embark more on the female side of the Black Panther spectrum. I don't think they're going to go out of their way to leave any room for, what'd you say? Leave you say the multiverse for? I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think so.
They saw what Black Panther did for young Black boys, and they said, we can't have that. Oh no, we can't have that.
Unfortunately, I agree with that.
They said we cannot have that. We need our prisons filled. We can't have these young boys running around thinking that they're kings.
Right. Right. Super chat from Queen Ramonda is speaking to the other tribes, and they're probably suggesting Shuri be the Black Panther, and she screams she's already lost her family. I like that. Good point. Thank you for the super chat. Got another one. Ashura, $2. I can't wait for Kevin Feige to regret this later. Man, hopefully he won't have to. But yeah, I hear you. Elliot, you got any more comments, man?
No, man. I think we hit on a lot of the points. Like the only thing I'm just kind of more, when Larry talked about writing and figuring something out, I mean, narratively speaking, it writes itself, man. 5 years, there was no king, there was no T'Challa, Shuri, a Black Panther. So I thought, narratively speaking, if they really want to have a film, that's a film within itself. What was going on in Wakanda for those 5 years, and also the show. We got 2 shows that was announced. You could have pivoted those and replaced the film to really make sure you got a good script and a story that makes sense. So, again, in Ryan Coogler, I think the young man has a more than bright future, and I'm really hoping that he delivers something worth giving to people come November.
And all they really have to do is just put the rightful ruler of Wakanda back on the throne, and all is good.
There you go. There you go.
But
also, go ahead.
I was going to say, aside from that issue, I think it's going to be really cool to see the fighting between people who live and breathe and survive underwater.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm really looking forward to what kind of technology Shuri's going to bring up. I know right now, you go to Bahamas or Hawaii, there's this, I don't know, tell me if you guys have done it, but if you want to scuba dive, there's this thing you put your head in, and it's kind of like laying down on a motorcycle, and you can go underwater with it. It's really cool contraption, but I'm excited to see what kind of contraption she makes up, because they're not just going to keep the fight on the land. These people are people of the water. They're going to go, fine, you come down here if you want to fight. And I'm looking forward to that technology. Visually, I think they're carrying on the stunning costume design of the first one. They're going deeper into the African culture and lore of what we do when there's a funeral and how we mourn and how we celebrate and how we compete for the title. I'm still looking forward to seeing more culture, more technology, and story-wise, I'm very excited to see how Ironheart plays a part in this and how they're going to show what a genius this girl is.
Yeah, that should go right there, making her.
There's still a lot to look forward to.
And
Other
shout
than
out,
the obvious, other than the obvious,
And shout out to Big Gold Belt Media in the chat. I need to bring him on and add him to my channel tab. But y'all subscribe to his channel right here, Big Gold Belt Media. Good dude right there. Thank you for the comment, man. Larry, you was about to say something?
Yeah, I really hope they touch on the fact that I know they're showing all this stuff like everyone's all mourning and the funeral stuff. I really hope they really talk about the fact that this is still a country that's at war with itself. I mean, let's not forget in Black Panther, they were in a civil war. The royal family is wholly corrupt. They were corrupt. They cheated to get T'Challa the herb again. I mean, in all seriousness, Killmonger went there and fought and won rightfully, and they cheated from the very moment that M'Baku's people dragged him out of the water, to saving his life, to giving him the herb, all of that. This whole thing about continuing the fight while they had the herb, knowing that's clearly against their traditions and their laws, that you're not supposed to have that challenge fight with the herb in your system. All that. It was all because the royal family was corrupt. They knew they were corrupt. The people of Wakanda knew they were corrupt, which is the reason why half of them followed Killmonger in the first place, and they were in a civil war. And
Are you talking about the movie? Are you talking about the movies or the comics?
I'm talking about Black Panther.
They didn't. Nobody fought. Nobody fought with the herb when they wasn't supposed to.
They did. You don't remember when
in the first movie?
No, I'm talking about the first movie. They did.
Yeah,
you don't remember T'Challa came back and said the challenge is not over, and he had the herb in him.
And so did Killmonger. Killmonger had the herb too.
I know, but they were not. That is against their traditions and against their rules. They are not supposed to fight with the herb in them.
But it wasn't one had it, one didn't.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. They're not supposed to have it. They're
Okay.
not supposed to have the herb in them. That is part of their laws and their tradition. And the royal family knows that, but they went and they know that he wasn't even supposed to have the herb because he was rightfully defeated. He wasn't even supposed to be saved.
When
M'Baku's people dragged him out of the water, they interfered with that challenge. Not to mention, in the first place, what's his name? Shuri, Forrest Whitaker's character interfered and stuck that when he was about to strike him down, he stuck his staff out there and blocked his blade when he was about to kill him. There were so many times the royal family there's so many times in that family that there's so many times in that movie the royal family interfered corruptly with that challenge and with the whole thing. And the people of Wakanda know they're corrupt, and that's why so many of them went with Killmonger, and that's why they were at a civil war, because they knew the royal family was corrupt.
You just made all that up.
I didn't watch the movie, bro.
I would debate you, but we've been here for 3 hours.
Oh my God! What movie did you watch?
No, Larry. We'll come back next week or something.
Larry, we watched the same movie. It's okay.
Tyra,
Thank you.
Thank you. You know what? No,
my name is Bennett, and I ain't.
This is what I have to say for that right there.
So now you're knocking women out?
Yeah.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Killmonger is still the
I did that for you, man.
Now,
I'm not gonna beat you up, Larry. I'm gonna go ahead and give you this last salute before we head out of here, man. But nah, man. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have been here for over 3 hours. I'm finna wrap it up right there. Also, I wish Eman was here, man, but I guess he's tired. But recast T'Challa petition right here on change.org. This will be in the description box of this video. And again, I want to thank all 416 of you guys for tuning in to this Movie News Roundup show. I really do appreciate it. But again, like I said, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is going to wrap it up for the Movie News Roundup show number 70. Before you know it, I'll be at 3,500. Please go ahead and give me a thumbs up while you're here. Subscribe to the channel as well.